What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. So I didn't plan on recording a video today, but I remember last Thursday I had an idea in mind as I was checking out a customer at work who was just mad rude, get me tight. So today I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna rant about every reason as to why you wouldn't want to play, or I'm sorry, as to why you wouldn't want to work in fast food. Not fast food, just retail. Any job like that in general, because I'm gonna keep it a buck. It sucks. Last Thursday, I got to work. I was trying to be pretty optimistic about being at work because if you're not gonna be optimistic about it, it's gonna go by like extremely fucking slow. So you gotta just try put a smile on your face and at least try to have a good time while you're there, or else it's not gonna be fun. And a few customers in, I get this one lady, and I kid you not, she, first of all, I fucking absolutely hate when people come to my fucking job and they come to the register on the phone. Cause it's like, why are you on the phone? What's the reason for you being on the phone when I'm trying to speak to you and like check you out pretty much? You're on the phone with I don't even know who, speaking a language I don't understand on top of that. And then what really pissed me off is that the lady threw her fucking clothes at me. Like, I kid you not, bro. She threw her clothes at me. And I hate it, bro. So she throws her clothes at me, and then she's like, oh, go get me a bag.
Man, shut your...
Nigga, what? You're not talking to me like that. So I was like, all right, ma'am. If you would like a bag, they're along the wall. You can go grab one yourself. Because if she had asked me, like, oh, may you please get me a bag, I would have said, yeah, no problem. I would have got the bag. But because she pretty much fucking demanded me on some like slave owner master type shit, I was like, yeah, no, now I'm not gonna get the bag. So I was like, ma'am, if you would like a bag, respectfully, they're across the wall. You can go grab it yourself. She doesn't go get the bag, so she's sitting there still throwing shit at the counter, and I'm scanning it with the most stank ass face on my face. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good at hiding when I'm upset. So I'm sitting there and I'm scanning her shit with the most stank ass face on my face or whatever. And she's like, at the end of the transaction, she bought like $300 worth of stuff. And at the end of the transaction, she's like, oh, where's my bag? And I'm like, ma'am, like I said before, if you would like a bag, you can go get it yourself. They're along the wall, you can go grab one. That's what I said, ma'am. If you would like a belt, if you would like a bag, they're there, you can go grab one. So she's like, oh, I asked you to get one for me. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I must have not heard you. She's like, oh, it's fine. And she goes, gets the bag. And then she realizes that each bag is quite expensive. I'm not going to lie, the bags are a little expensive. So she realizes the bags are a little expensive. She's like, oh, I'm not paying this much for a bag. And then throws the bag at me. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? Like, in my mind, I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who are you? Like, what are you so upset about? So she throws the bag at me or whatever, or like at the counter, I guess, or whatever. And then she's like, what's my total? So I'm like, your total's like 3 something. And then she's getting upset about the pricing or whatever. And I was like, ma'am, there's nothing I can do if you would like to speak to a manager. Because it's like, so I guess some items she thought was on sale when it wasn't. I was like, ma'am, there's nothing I can do. If you'd like to speak to a manager, I can get one for you. And then she's like, yes. And then I call my manager up, and my manager's on her way, and she's like, actually, never mind. Like, bro, what? So I'm over here, now I'm staring at the lady with a blank ass face, because it's like, bro, you just had me call my manager up here, and you're not even gonna, like, and then you're just gonna say, never mind, like, oh, like, as if you didn't just sit here and make me call my manager up. And now my manager's already on her way, so I have to tell her, never mind, or whatever. Anyway, I guess it's where I check her out, and then she leaves. And then, bro, I kid you not, this lady came back to the store 5 fucking times. She finally leaves for the last time, and I don't see her again. And that was the last. I think that's the last time I saw that lady, and that's hopefully the last time I ever see her in Primark, because if I see her again, I might crash the fuck out. Another thing that happened, this wasn't on the same day, this was on a different day. Oh, damn. But there was an Indian man, one of the most rude people that I have ever dealt with. And it wasn't like he wasn't even rude at the beginning. At the beginning, it was a friendly interaction. Everyone was chilling until it got to the end where this guy's like, oh, I see an item here is marked, I think it was like marked $10 or something. And no, it was March 15, and he wanted it to be 50. He wanted it to be 50% off. But the item was not 50% off, cause the only items that are 50% off are items that are marked, and the item was not marked. So I'm trying to explain this to the man, and he was like, "No, if the sign says 50% off, then it should be 50% off." And normally I would be like, you know what? Yeah, the guy's right. The guy's right. He's right. If it says 50% off, it should be 50% off. But in this case, if you read the sign, it literally says items up to 50% off on select clearance items only. Which means if the item isn't on clearance, then you're not going to get it at a fucking discount. That should be obvious. So I'm trying to explain to the man, sir, the item's not on sale at all. There's no discount. It's not on clearance, so you're not going to get a fucking discount. He was like, oh, no, I want a discount. Da, da, da. I'm like, sir, the sign says up to 50% off, which means it can be anywhere from 50% off to not on sale at all. The item that you grabbed so happened to not be on sale at all. That is no one else's fault but your own. I didn't say that part to him, but I was like, in my mind, I'm like, that's no one else's fault but your own. And he was like, oh, that's not how it works. You're a liar.
Really, nigga?
I'm a liar? What? How are you gonna tell me this how the fucking signs in my own job work? Like, last time I checked, nigga, you don't work there, bruh. I have never seen you in the store before as a fucking employee. So how are you gonna tell me how the signs work? That don't make no sense. That don't make no fucking sense. Bro, so I'm sitting here and I'm getting furious. And my coworker's watching me. She's watching me. She's like, oh, like, she signals me like just call a manager. So I was like, you know what? You're right. I was like, sir, I'm gonna just call the manager and have him speak to you. And then I go like this. I was like, go wait over there. And the manager will come speak for you. I call the manager. Manager comes up. And then we get it sorted out. Mind you, my fucking manager told them the exact same thing. The exact same thing that I told them. Sir, the sign means the item can be anywhere from 50% off to not on sale at all. And then he tells my manager, no, that's not how it works. That's not how the sign does. That's not how it works. And my mind, absolutely blown. Like, I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way. There's no way you're telling the manager of the store. There's no way you're telling the manager of the store that her fucking sign is wrong. That doesn't make no sense. Doesn't make no sense at all. I've told you guys about, like, my experience behind the counter. Now I'm going to tell you about my experience on the actual floor. Because my experience on the floor is way different. And it all starts with the first I'll say the first 2 months. The first 2 months that I started working there, because the first 2 months was like back to school. It starts with the first 2 months that I started working there, because the first 2 months were back to school season. And back to school season gets pretty busy. I didn't realize how busy it gets. And the store, for lack of a better word, gets fucked up, like, really bad. It's horribly messy or whatever. So I'm here, like, kind of trying to, like, deal with the mess in a way. Like, I'm trying to, like, make sure the store doesn't get too crazy, because I'm working on the floor, so my job is to make sure that the store doesn't get out of hand type shit. So I'm, like, refolding tables, resizing hangers, fixing the gondolas, all that extremely fucking boring, useless stuff. So I'm doing all of this, and as I'm doing this, one particular table, I'm just folding it and stuff. A customer literally comes up to the exact same table that I'm folding, just starts looking at stuff, and it didn't bother me that they were looking at stuff. You can look at stuff. That's what you're supposed to do at a store. You're supposed to look at stuff, see what you want to purchase, see what you don't want to purchase. Cool. Bada bing, bada boom, whatever. So she starts looking at whatever she wants to purchase or whatever. But then she starts, whatever she, like, opens and finds out that she doesn't like, she just throws it. Like, throws it and throws it and throws it. And it got to the point where she started throwing shit and it was hitting the floor. So I see this and I go pick the shit up. I'm already fuming because it's like, why even do that? Like, why throw it on the floor? Why not just, you know, at least have the decency to throw it on the table? But no, you want to throw it on the fucking floor like a fucking dweebus. So she throws it on the floor or whatever, and then I go pick it up, and I was like, excuse me, ma'am, I think you dropped something. And then she's like, excuse me? I was like, ma'am, I think you dropped something. She was like, oh, okay. And then walks away with a stink-ass face. Like, you literally, I literally just watched you fucking throw the shirt down. I obviously I can't get, like, I can't talk crazy or be disrespectful to customers. And I wouldn't want to, because, I like getting money, so I'm not gonna fucking disrespect customers or whatever. But I just watched you throw these clothes down. The least you can do, like, the very fucking least you could do, is be respectful and be polite. As I pick up and fold the clothes that you just threw on the ground after being a fucking dickhead. So she's like, oh, excuse me, or whatever. And I was like, oh, you just dropped something. I'm going to pick it up really quick. And then she's like, oh, okay. So I'm really sitting here in my mind like, was it ever that serious? Literally all I went to do was pick something up. All I went to do was just pick something up real quick. And she's just like, and I was just, bro, like, it's just shit like that is what pisses me off. Cause you know for a fact niggas don't want to be there. It's a retail job. They're getting paid minimum wage. They don't want to be there. It sucks. They could be doing so many other things with their life. And you're gonna sit there and just make their day worse by unfolding a whole table or just being blatantly rude for no reason. Like, I feel like I don't understand how people could be rude and have a good day. How could you have a good day and always be in a bad fucking mood? Like, I feel like that just doesn't make any... I just feel like that doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me how you could be, like, in a good mood. Or, like, go out. If you... I always say this. If you're not in a good mood, you shouldn't go out because you're going to ruin other people's mood. And other people are going out probably because they're in a good mood. They're like, oh, you know, I want to go out and shit. So why the fuck would you go out and ruin other people's mood? Especially a fucking employee of a store that you're going to. I feel like you should always at least try to have the most, like, some respect towards the employees. I just feel like it's kind of fucked up not to. So when, you know, you walk into the retail store, unfold a bunch of shit, throw it on the ground, and have an attitude when I go to pick it up, you know, you should, like, you can't get mad at me when I have a little bit of an attitude when I get called up to the register to check you out. And I have an attitude, because you had an attitude and were treating me like shit when I was on the floor. So why would I be nice to you in any type of way? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that just don't make no sense to me, feel me? I had this one customer. Mind you, the store, I'm like, this is preference, right? Store closes at 8 p.m. Store closes at 8 p.m. So I leave at 8 p.m. because I leave when the store closes. So there's absolutely, and I say absolutely no reason why you should still be shopping at 7:58. But people still do it. And there was this one lady who literally stood till, I think I stood till 8:30, almost 9 o'clock. Because this one fucking lady decided she wanted to buy $900 worth of items in my store.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
And now that doesn't sound like a lot in maybe a regular store, but the store that I work at that's not like an expensive store. You have to buy a shit ton of, when I mean like a fucking shit ton of clothes to spend $900. A shit ton of clothes. Like, I actually would have to sit there and check you out for like 30 to 45 minutes for you to buy $900 worth of items. And she really sat there and bought $900 worth of items. And I was actually like, bro, oh my god. When I saw that, and I was really not in a good mood that day. I was really not in a good mood. I just wanted to go home, play the game, and go to sleep. But no, this lady came up to me, buying $900 worth of items. And then, mind you, the lady decides that she's not done shopping, leaves her cart, and goes to get more stuff. Thankfully, my manager stopped her and was like, oh, what you have right there is all you can buy. The store's closed. He needs to go home. You need to stop trying to grab shit and buying shit. So I'm checking stuff out. And then she wants to do this fucking, oh, I want to know what this costs to game. She wants to do the, oh, what does this cost? Oh, what does this cost? Oh, take this off. Oh, take that off. Oh, take this off. Oh, take that off. Oh, what does this cost? What does that cost? What does this cost? What does that cost? Ma'am, like, I'm really, like, I don't want to be an asshole, but I really, really, really don't, like, I don't have time for this. Like, I really just genuinely don't. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm trying to go home already. I'm sure you understand. I would hope you understand that I don't want to be here anymore. I genuinely want to go home. I'm tired of being at work. Like what? And you're gonna sit there and try to buy $1,000 worth of items? Like, how does that make any sense? Like, bro, oh my god. Anyway, I finished checking her out. And this is what really got me. This is what really fucking got me. She didn't have enough money to buy everything. You know what I had to do? I had to transaction void the whole fucking purchase. Which means she left the store with nothing, and I wasted 40 minutes of my life that I won't ever get back. So now I'm sitting here thinking on my way back to the back, how the fuck do you have a transaction void and you were trying to buy more shit? How does that work? You were trying to buy more shit and you had a transaction void. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. That don't make any sense at all. How did you not realize that you're not gonna, you didn't like, oh shit, I might not have enough for this. Like, you didn't stop to think maybe you might not have enough money to buy what you're about to buy. No, that did never like once occur in your mind. Like, maybe I should chill out. Maybe I'm going too crazy. I'm spending too much. I'm trying to spend more money than what I have. That didn't once occur to you in your fucking dweebus little brain. Like, oh my god, bro, that shit pissed me off so much. But, like, honestly, working in retail isn't the issue. It's really just working with people in general. Because people will never treat you like you're another person. I feel like the only people who genuinely understand what it's like are people who work or have worked in customer service before. Those are the only people that will ever treat you respectfully or properly, because they know what it's like to be working on a day that you really don't want to work, and you're dealing with a whole bunch of rude customers. So they try not to be that customer. They try not to be that person. They try not to be your 13th fucking reason at the end of the day. To not sugarcoat it. Because that's what some of these fucking customers make me feel like. They really genuinely do. And it just gets to a point. Like, it's so annoying. Like, it genuinely is. Like, it's just like, because why must you be like yourself? You know? Like, why must you be like that? Why? Genuinely asking, why must some people just be the assholes that they are? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna quit because I like money. I'm sure everyone likes money. And there's no, like, it's not like nothing tolerable where it's like, bro, like, I might lose my job over this person. I haven't faced anything like that yet, because I'm not gonna let nobody, like, you know, risk my job. That's just crazy. I'm not gonna get mad over someone to the point where I risk my job because they pissed me off or something. I have gotten to the point where it's like, oh, like, it's just like, bro, like, if this person doesn't just stop, bro, I've gotten to that point many fucking times. But you just gotta, like, catch yourself, gotta catch a breather, you gotta understand, it's really, like, it's genuinely, like, just not worth it. Like, oh, alright, I will say, working in customer service honestly isn't all that bad. There is some fun stuff, like, you get some pretty interesting customers and stuff, you get to learn about people's days, you know, their jobs, like, just their life, and honestly, talking to people is fun. It's honestly fun. But it's just the people who are assholes and who are having bad days and come and decide to make your day worse that suck. those are the only people that really genuinely fucking just like, they're just assholes, you know? But it's like, there are interesting people. Like, I met this one guy, super cool dude, and we're just talking, whatever. He was like I think he was like a Marine, but he was telling me just like how he traveled all across the world and stuff, saw a whole bunch of cool stuff or whatever. And it was like, it was a very interesting conversation. He was buying mad shit. He was buying like $500 worth of stuff. So I sat there and I was actually able to talk to him for a hot minute. And he was an interesting person. I will say, you do get to learn a lot about people when you're working like in customer service, especially like if you're doing like a registered type deal where you get to like really speak to people. You get to actually learn a lot about people. You know, you get to see a lot of point of views, a lot of different like you know what I'm trying to say. But you know, that's why customer service isn't all that bad, because you will have the one or two like really nice, really chill customers. But unfortunately, you get the assholes more than you get the really nice, really cool, really chill people, and it really sucks because I think I would enjoy my job 30 times more if I got the cool people all the time. If I got the cool people all the time, I would enjoy it 30, maybe even 40 times more. Because, like, it's just like, you know, since you're at work, it's like, I honestly, a lot of the people that I've spoken to at work any other day probably wouldn't even bat an eye at them. But because I'm at work, and I'm speaking to people and I'm learning new things about people, that's actually interesting. It's like, you know what? I will sit here. I have to sit here, so I might as well talk to you. I might have a conversation with you, and it actually helps. You know, it helps so that they go by quicker. You like, you know, you're checking this person out. You bring all their stuff up. You started at 4:05. You didn't realize it's 4:25. 20 minutes of your shift had just gone by, and you were enjoying yourself, having a decent conversation, actually doing your job. And working does also help. It helps a lot with public speaking. I remember before I got the job, I was really nervous. Like, not even just public speaking, but I was really just nervous, like, speaking to people that I don't know. And, like, trying to, like, I guess, make friends with people or whatever. But as I got a job and I had to speak to more people and, like, just be, like, more open-minded to people, it was, like, a lot easier for me to, like, actually, like, greet people, speak to people, connect, you know, trying to like network with people kind of. It's been a lot easier ever since I got a job. Like I can just I guess not put myself out there more, but I can like just speak more. Like I'm less shy. I'm not as shy as I used to be, because I used to be really, really fucking shy. I used to hate talking. But now like I can have a conversation with somebody behind the counter or whatever, and it'll be an interesting conversation. And it's just really cool. It's really nice. It's really cool that I just feel like it's really cool to have that with somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's really cool to be able to, like, I just think it's really cool, and it's really, like, it's helpful to be able to speak. It's helpful to be able to speak like that, like, just in general, just for life, just to, like, be a functioning member of society. It's helpful. That's really all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy that video. I hope that my stories didn't put a bad taste in your mouth about customer service. It's really not horrible. It's really just sometimes some of the customers may make it seem a little bad, but the overall experience working customer service, you learn a lot of fundamental things that you need to honestly be a contributing member to society. So I think everyone should at least try it. You know, obviously, personally, if you're in high school or whatever, you should have had 1 or 2 jobs already. So obviously try it. You're gonna have to do it eventually. Unless you're like you blow up on Instagram, YouTube, fucking TikTok or some shit, or you win the fucking, I don't even know. You're gonna have to do it eventually. It's really not that horrible. Just try and go into it with an open mind. Try and stay positive. Don't let people bring down your vibe, because that's like the number one reason as to why people hate working in customer service is obviously the customers, because customers sometimes could just be dickheads. But if you really just try and chill out and you don't think about it too much, it's really genuinely not that bad. But that's really all I got for you guys today. If you did enjoy the video, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, letting me know what your favorite part of the video was. Like always, it's been Andrew, and I'm out.